Was Jay-Z blocking Wayne because of a prior beef?
No, Jay-Z loves Lil Wayne. I don't see why people are going with the Jay-Z hating on Wayne narrative when Jay-Z is a man who is documented. Lil Wayne said this himself. Lil Wayne owed a tax debt of $14 million, and Jay-Z helped get him out of his tax debt. He helped Lil Wayne keep his house. That's not hate.
Now, you mentioned Lil Wayne. I know that you guys were this close to signing Wayne. What happened with that deal? Because, I mean, Wayne was damn near saying he was Rockefeller, and then it just went left.
The truth is, it's the first time I ever told this truth. The truth is, after I had a meeting with Wayne, I had a relationship with Baby. So, I used to go to New Orleans. I would hang out with him. He had me in the purple little, whatever that car was. Remember them purple little cars?
The Prowler.
Prowler going down the street, no top. People trying to jump in the car, so I felt it was only right to call him. I called him out of respect, like, yo, I was talking to Wayne, just letting you know, boom, boom, boom. So after that, I think we received a letter at our office for like torturous interference from a lawyer. And I was like, whoa.
Was it sports? They do that?
It was like, whoa. And it just all went from there. But
do this, bro.
What the deal, everybody? My name Kendrick Lamar, and I'll be performing at Super Bowl 59.
Drake was supposed to be one of the artists that was with Tidal. Drake says no, goes get $40 million from Apple. Jay-Z hates that nigga now. You feel what I'm saying?
Y'all threw 11 Super Bowls in New Orleans, man. Y'all have yet to put a hip-hop artist from New Orleans on the damn Super Bowl.
There's no reason why Lil Wayne should not be performing the Super Bowl. There's one person who's stopping this. I know, it's not really a secret. Lil Wayne had a problem with somebody before who's kind of part of the organization running it. This is payback. Who's that? Who's Lil Wayne artist? Drake.
Yeah, hating at this age is crazy.
This was a two birds, one stone situation for Jay-Z.
And I will not lie to you, I have not got a call.
Hey, Jay, I'm kind of Jay.
But we all praying, we praying, we keeping our fingers crossed.
The hip-hop world is buzzing as Lil Wayne takes center stage in a shocking drama with Jay-Z. If you thought their old rivalry was over, think again. Wayne has turned up the heat, throwing shade and revealing secrets that could change how people see the Roc Nation mogul. So, sit tight, because this story is about to get wild.
I know one year you said the best rapper alive since the best rapper retired. Was that your way of paying homage to Jay? Or did you always feel like you was the best rapper even before he retired?
No, that was me paying homage. All my friends, anyone, Baby, Slim, everybody could tell you, to Lil Wayne, Jay. That's all that, Stun ain't wanna hear that shit. He ain't dislike him, it was just that I'm too much on, I'm too, just too much, goddamn. Santa Claus ain't real. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Oh, that right. Well, Christmas today. You know what I mean? But shit, that to me, he was the way he put words together and by being.
Lil Wayne and Jay-Z have always had an unspoken tension between them. Their rivalry goes back years, but it mostly stayed low-key. That all changed when Wayne boldly called himself the best rapper alive, a title Jay-Z has always claimed. Wayne stepping into Jay-Z's self-proclaimed throne was enough to start a fiery feud.
I did want to ask you this. The accuser originally filed this lawsuit back in October, only naming Sean Diddy Combs, now amending that lawsuit to include the name of Jay-Z. Initial reactions to this, does that shock you? And from your legal perspective, why might this change have occurred?
Well, these are very serious allegations, but Jay-Z has vehemently denied them. We have been seeing this trend since the criminal case was brought. There has been this influx of allegations from civil attorneys bringing civil lawsuits, looking for a really gigantic amount of money from both Diddy as well as those that they say were involved. One of the trends that I think is very concerning is this idea that they name an unnamed individual and then they send essentially a demand to their representatives and to them individually for some sort of settlement prior to to them revealing the name? Can they resolve that? And it appears here with Jay-Z that this type of demand went to Jay-Z. He said he's not paying a penny. In fact, he said not a red cent, suggesting he sees this as blood money, and that he was not going to do this, and that he's the victim of an extortion scheme. That could be the case, and that could be something that as time goes by, we see more information about whether these allegations really were founded in sufficient truth to bring them forward in the first place.
So what are the next steps now that Jay-Z's name is connected with the lawsuit against Diddy? What happens legally?
Well, he'll have to defend himself. And so the first thing you have when you have a complaint against you is you have the answer to that complaint. There may even be legal avenues that they can take to try to quash the complaint or complain about something having not been done correctly, but he'll have to answer to it, deny those allegations to the extent that he's able to do so, just as he's been doing in the media. So this will be something that goes on for an extended period of time, but this will come down to the facts and potentially testimony about what did or didn't happen.
And Andrew, for our viewers, I wanted to share this. This is the statement that Jay-Z released. Quote, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice."
Jay-Z never liked to let a slight go unanswered and fired back with some harsh bars. His track Trouble was a clear jab at Wayne, with lines like, "Unlike you little ninjas, I'm a grown man," aiming to belittle Wayne and remind him who the real king of rap was. But Wayne, always a defiant rebel, didn't back down. Instead, he stood by his claim, only making the rivalry stronger over time.
That were the case, this lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these types of theatrics. And so, Andrew, taking a look at this, and also, I did also want to ask you, when it comes to the alleged victim, the person who is filing this lawsuit, right now, this is a Jane Doe situation. Is there any circumstance where a judge would compel this individual to reveal her identity or their identity publicly because of the high-profile nature and the seriousness of these allegations?
Well, to kind of piece that apart, first, Jay-Z says, bring this in criminal court. Well, we have to note that the DOJ has not named him, has not brought those allegations. And I think that they would be very interested in a case like this if there were actual criminal acts that occurred. So you have to wonder why this hasn't been handled criminally to start with. The standard in a civil court is much lower than in a criminal court, beyond a reasonable doubt in a criminal court, preponderance of the evidence in a civil court. As for the name of the victim and whether she can remain a Jane Doe or whether that will come out as her actual name, there is precedent for both being the case. And it deals with a number of factors concerning the publicity, the ability to defend yourself, the ability to rebut things in public. So there have been folks who have been forced to reveal their names in the Diddy case so far. And also many people are going by the Jane Does. So we'll see what happens, but there will be a point of reckoning where that story will have to be told in an open courtroom with a jury and determinations made if this pursues itself all the way to the end.
Andrew, before we let you go, is there anything else that you're keeping a very close eye on when it comes to these sorts of developments?
I'm keeping a very close eye on the attorneys that are bringing these civil lawsuits that seem to be doing a lot more investigation, seem to be having a lot more information than the FBI and the DOJ. That's highly suspect to me. There is certainly a large financial interest in what's happening with these lawsuits and the position Diddy's in. So I think that it's very important to maintain the presumption of innocence with folks that are being accused. Obviously, people are very curious about what's happening, and we want to make sure that anybody who violated children or committed any types of crimes are held responsible. But we have to have responsibility in the presumptions of innocence versus the salaciousness of these stories and the sprint to presume guilt that we see sometimes in especially social media and those types of posts.
Absolutely. Important point to note there, Andrew. We appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And as Andrew was mentioning, the attorneys involved, I did also want to share this statement with you. This is Tony Busby, who filed the lawsuit on behalf of this Jane Doe, saying, quote, Mr. Carter, referring to Jay-Z's legal name, Mr. Carter previously denied being the one who sued me and my firm. He even filed his frivolous case under a pseudonym. What he fails to say in his recent statement is,
as the years went by, their feud seemed to cool off, or so it seemed. They worked together on tracks, shared stages, and even praised each other publicly. But beneath the surface, the tension never really went away. It was like a volcano lying dormant, just waiting for the right moment to erupt.
This morning, rap mogul Jay-Z is denying allegations he sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs. That civil lawsuit filed against Combs in October was amended Sunday to include Jay-Z. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, says she was sexually assaulted by both men at a Video Music Awards after party in 2000. In a blistering statement, Jay-Z accuses Jane Doe's attorney of trying to blackmail him. He said further, quote, these allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? He added, my only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. Joining us now, Joey Jackson, CNN legal analyst and criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor. There's a lot to unpack here. Joey, I want to start with just the statement from Jay-Z, which is so forceful in its denial. I just read a teeny part of it. It's long. Where he says that they should file a criminal complaint. Is that even possible at this point?
So based on the allegations, Jessica, good morning, good to see you. I think that it certainly could be. Why do I say that? Now, he, of course, is more than annoyed, would be an understatement. He has a family and he has a lot to protect, including his brand. But to the extent that he's saying, hey, come after me criminally, that could be likely. Why do I say that? Because rape in New York, and what's alleged in this complaint, is forcible compulsion. What that means in English is that it's saying that he held her down, raped her, and that, of course, the allegation is that Mr. Combs did the same thing. And so if those facts are actually accurate, it would require an investigation by prosecutors. And if true, right, you could pursue it criminally. Now, with respect to evidentiary value, yes, it happened 24 years ago, right? More than 24 years ago. But in the allegations, there's a few things. Number one, there's allegation that another celebrity was present at the time, right, in addition to other people. Number two, there's the claim by the victim, right, that she left, that she went and she was seen by a gas attendant who saw her in distress. Number three, that she phone called her dad, who showed up, the 13-year-old, and now removed her. So civil complaint, simply allegations, need to be proven in a court of law, but if true, it could rise to the level of criminality, and we'll see what happens, or if the DA looks and investigates.
So what happens now?
So what happens now is this is simply a civil complaint, and
the moment has now arrived, and Wayne is taking full advantage. With Jay-Z's name being dragged into lawsuits and shocking allegations, Wayne sees the perfect chance to strike, and he strikes hard. He's not just throwing shade, he's exposing secrets that could tear down Jay-Z's carefully built image.
A complaint, it goes through the technical legal process. Now, the distinction, Jessica, between civil and criminal, of course, is that civil is for monetary damages, right? The system can only reward you with money. There's allegations that this 13-year-old is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, suffered depression, etc. So now you go to fact-finding, right? Before that, just briefly, there was a demand letter sent. And a demand letter is a letter being sent by a lawyer saying, hey, I don't have to sue you. We can sit, we can mediate it. If we reach an agreement, it never sees the light of day. Jay-Z saying, I don't care about your demand letter. I look at it as blackmail. You want to sue me, sue me. You want to look at it criminally, look at it criminally, but it'll go through the fact-finding process. If a trial is necessary to determine the facts, that's what will happen, but it'll be deemed civil. No indication at this point as to whether or not any criminal investigation will ensue as a result of this.
Yeah, and Jay-Z came back incredibly forcefully against these allegations and really singled out that attorney as well for being, I'm paraphrasing here, but greedy, saying saying he's out to get money and calling that letter essentially blackmail.
Yeah, and in addition to that, Jessica, also suing the attorney, saying he's intimidating him, harassing him, etc. Now, demand letters are not new. What lawyers do is they send them out as a matter of protocol and practice so that you can expedite the process. At the same time, there's certain ethical standards that you have to use, and you have to have a good faith factual belief that this is true. Now, you can argue this complaint was filed in October, right? Could have mentioned Jay-Z then. You didn't. Why? It was amended now to include him. Are the factual assertions true? Are they fact or fiction? Is it a money grab or not? All of that will be litigated in a court of law, but according to Jay-Z, this never happened, is pure fiction. It is a money grab, and he's fighting for his name, reputation, and certainly innocence and justice in his view, which is he didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, and you touched on a point too that I wanted to ask you about, which was that this was an amendment to this already existing lawsuit. What are people to take away from that? The fact that they're coming back and adding to this now with this specific name?
Yeah, Jessica, so it depends. That's also common. You could amend lawsuits, right, as a matter of course, and you do, to include certain factual allegations. The interesting thing to me in terms of your question and the takeaway, if you had this information about Jay-Z, it happened allegedly in September of 2000, why not include it in the original complaint? What happened between October and now that necessitated you putting in, and it's a question of credibility. Was he celebrity A, right, as was noted in the October complaint? Is this pure fiction? And what's interesting in the complaint is he really, that is the lawyer, tries to tie Jay-Z to Mr. Combs in so many ways, right? Birds of a feather is the argument that he's making. You can make that argument. You need the facts to sustain it. Let's see if they come up with any facts.
Yes, all right, we will see. All right, Joey Jackson, thanks so much.
One of the most explosive claims Wayne has made involves Jay-Z's alleged efforts to cover up scandals involving Roc Nation artists. Remember the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion drama? Tory claims that Roc Nation tried to silence him, and now Wayne is hinting that he has proof to back it up. It doesn't stop there. Wayne has also reportedly found dirt about Meek Mill's alleged physical altercations with Nicki Minaj during their relationship, a claim Nicki herself hinted at in a never-released documentary.
The firm sent his lawyer a demand letter on behalf of an alleged victim, and that victim never demanded a penny from him. Instead, she only sought a confidential mediation. Since I sent the letter on her behalf, Mr. Carter has not only sued me, but he has tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff. His conduct has had the opposite impact. She is emboldened. I am very proud of her resolve. And so we continue to follow the very latest developments as we share this information with you, as we do now know that Jay-Z has been named in connection with a lawsuit involving Sean Diddy Combs. Now, Diddy's lawyers also responded to this, telling TMZ the amended complaint and lawsuit are, quote, shameless publicity stunts designed to extract payments from celebrities who fear having lies spread about them. We're going to continue to follow all of these developments as they happen and, of course, bring that to you as we see fit.
But that's not the only skeleton Wayne is pulling out of Jay-Z's closet. He's also bringing up long-standing rumors about Jay-Z's relationships with younger women. While Jay-Z has said he met Beyoncé when she was 18, old interviews suggest they may have met when she was just 15 or 16. Then there are the rumors about a relationship with Foxy Brown when she was only 15. Foxy has denied it, but Wayne allegedly has receipts to back up his claims.
A civil lawsuit alleges rapper Jay-Z sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl back in 2000. The lawsuit was originally filed against Sean Diddy Combs back in October, then refiled on Sunday to add Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter. The plaintiff, identified as Jane Doe, says she was assaulted by both men at a Video Music Awards after party. The artists have denied those accusations. Now, in a statement through his company, Roc Nation, Jay-Z responded to the lawsuit and the lawyer representing the plaintiff, saying, quote, my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud that you are, his words, in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny, end quote. Now, the lawyer, Busby, did not immediately respond for comment on this, but has refuted Carter's accusations of blackmail on social media. Meanwhile, Sean P. Diddy Combs is still in custody in New York, awaiting his trial on federal sex trafficking charges. He tried to secure bail, but was denied several times. CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson joins us now to go over this lawsuit. Welcome, Jessica. A lot to talk about here. What can you tell us about the timing of Jay-Z's allegations, since he wasn't named in that initial lawsuit filing?
That's right. Well, we don't know for sure, but in hearing Jay-Z's response, I think one possible scenario is that the attorneys came to him and said, we'd like X amount of money. And if you don't give it, then we are going to name you in a civil suit. Now, again, we're reading tea leaves here, but it would be reasonable to think that there was some discussions, let's say, behind the scenes. And sometimes what happens is that a celebrity feels like the accusations alone are so harmful that it's worth it for them to say, okay, here's this pot of money. Sometimes they feel like saying, giving over the money and having that potentially be reported will look like they're admitting guilt. Here, what we have is Jay-Z being extremely unequivocal in saying, not me, not it, no way, no how. And in fact, I think we might see a situation where Jay-Z and his attorneys might go after the attorney who filed the case, potentially asking for sanctions, potentially saying that this is a frivolous suit and or that there was no good faith basis to add Jay-Z to this complaint.
Now, given that this is a civil lawsuit, Jessica, what are your thoughts on the plaintiff still going under the name Jane Doe in this lawsuit? If she wants this to continue forward, will we eventually learn her name?
It depends, but there are lots of public policy reasons why when it comes to a suit like this, when it comes to allegations of sexual assault that were perpetrated against a minor, that we say that you can remain anonymous. Now, again, I wish I could give you a specific answer, but in part, it depends on how far this case goes, whether or not we might hear testimony. But I think it is important for people to know that the law does provide protection many times for people filing these types of suits, particularly, again, against very powerful celebrities, because regardless of what you think of this specific case, you can understand there are reasons why we would want to protect.
Wayne is painting a picture of Jay-Z as a man with a dark history, one who allegedly manipulates younger women and covers up scandals to protect his empire. These allegations are serious, and if Wayne truly has the receipts he claims, it could spell disaster for Jay-Z's reputation and career.
People's privacy when it comes to these types of cases.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned this earlier in your first answer, but just a reminder of viewers, Jay-Z filed a lawsuit against the attorney representing the plaintiff. What does his lawsuit allege?
Essentially that this is a frivolous case, that it amounts to extortion, and this is the most forceful way that you can respond to this type of allegation, meaning not just Jay-Z isn't just saying, I am not liable. It's not guilt, it's liability because it's a civil suit, but he's saying, I am the victim of a shakedown and I want to vindicate my rights. And what you can see in these situations is sometimes an attorney could be held in contempt for filing a case or for adding a particular party. Sometimes these are pretty extraordinary circumstances. You can see an attorney that's actually reported to the state bar where they work. But this is part of, I think, the lawsuit, obviously, that Jay-Z filed. It's a lawsuit in and of itself, but it's also the most forceful response you can possibly give.
Any chance that this could turn into a criminal case, given that it happened in 2000?
I don't think so based on the statute of limitations. The suit was filed in, obviously, it's a civil case in federal court under a New York law that provides a so-called look back, meaning that the statute of limitations, there's an exception and it opens up for specific types of allegations for a specific window of time. We saw this in the case that E. Jean Carroll brought against President Trump. There was a look back provision in one of those cases. Similar thing here.
All right, CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson. Thanks so much, Jessica.
But why now? Why is Lil Wayne choosing this moment to air out Jay-Z's dirty laundry? Some say it's payback for years of shade and disrespect, while others believe it's a strategic move to boost his own relevance in the highly competitive world of hip-hop. Whatever the reason, one thing is clear: Wayne is enjoying every second of this scandal.
We've got some breaking news to get to. A civil lawsuit has been filed against Jay-Z, saying the rapper raped a 13-year-old girl back in 2000. The suit alleges that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, raped the girl after the Video Music Awards alongside Sean Diddy Combs. The victim says she was invited to an after party after being spotted by a limo driver and was then assaulted by both rappers. Jay-Z is calling this a blackmail attempt. He released a statement on social media responding to the lawsuit, and Texas attorney behind the legal action saying in part, "These allegations are so heinous in nature, you have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same. I look forward to showing you just how different."
Let's not forget Birdman's role in reigniting this feud. In an iconic interview, Birdman declared Wayne the true king of rap, throwing shade at Jay-Z in the process. Jay-Z, of course, clapped back with his infamous Baby Money diss, fueling the flames even more. Wayne tried to stay above the fight, but couldn't resist taking a jab of his own in his track It's Good, where he dropped the now infamous line about kidnapping Jay-Z's woman.
There are more sex assault accusations connected to the case against Sean Diddy Combs. The latest involves hip-hop mogul Jay-Z, who issued a vehement denial. This morning, a blistering response from Jay-Z after he was accused of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl more than 2 decades ago. The billionaire hip-hop mogul was added to an existing civil lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs, citing an alleged incident after the 2000 VMAs, where the victim claims she was drugged and assaulted by both Diddy and Jay-Z while a third celebrity watched.
The judge has actually agreed that the victim can remain anonymous and that the case can proceed. So there seems to be a little bit more to this case.
Jay-Z vehemently denying the claim, writing, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away." Also saying, "My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence." Jay-Z also attacked the attorney behind the lawsuit, Tony Busby, who fired back saying, "I won't be bullied or intimidated." Busby is behind at least 20 of the sexual assault lawsuits against Combs, who calls Busby's lawsuits shameless publicity stunts. Combs' statement went on to say he has never sexually assaulted or trafficked anyone. Combs will stay in jail until his trial in May, but he has appealed the most recent decision to deny him bail. That ruling should come later this week.
Fast forward to today, and it seems Wayne has had enough of playing nice. He's calling out not just Jay-Z, but the entire Rock Nation empire, accusing them of shady practices and exposing their alleged skeletons. From pay promotions aimed at smearing Nicki Minaj to using Kendrick Lamar to humble Drake, Wayne is leaving no stone unturned. Wayne
Tonight, Jay-Z fighting back against a rape accusation. His attorney filing a letter to the judge to dismiss the rape lawsuit against his client, citing an NBC News exclusive that found inconsistencies with the accuser's story.
You should always advocate for yourself.
It comes after our interview with a 38-year-old mother from Alabama who accuses Sean Diddy Combs and Sean Jay-Z Carter of raping her when she was 13 years old. She asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward? Because I think that I've been quiet long enough.
She says that she went to the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000. The woman says she spoke to Combs' limo driver, who offered her a ride to an after party. She says at the party, she spoke to musician Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo. It's the Last Supper.
In a statement to NBC News, a representative for the Maddens confirmed that they did not attend the 2000 VMAs and that they were on tour in the Midwest at that time. At the after party, she says she had a drink that made her feel woozy. Then she says Combs and Carter both raped her, called her father who picked her up.
We rode home in silence. She didn't ask me what happened.
In an interview with NBC News, her father said he could not verify the claims. "I feel like I would remember that, and I don't," he said. When we asked the woman about the contradictions in a phone interview on Friday, she said she stands by her statements. "I have made some mistakes," she said, in remembering what happened 24 years ago. "Honestly, what is the clearest is what happened to me." In a statement to NBC News, Sean Carter said, "This incident didn't happen. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory." A representative for Combs called the suit a shameless money grab.
Is any part of you scared coming out against such powerful people? I'm scared of what could happen, but I'm more afraid of letting it eat me alive from the inside out.
Chloe Malas, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.
Speaking of Drake, his rivalry with Jay-Z adds another layer to this drama. Fans have long argued that Drake is more relevant in today's hip-hop scene than Jay-Z ever was. While Jay-Z reportedly tried to use Kendrick to overshadow Drake, the strategy didn't work. Drake's continued success only added fuel to the fire, with fans taking sides and reigniting the age-old debate about who the real king of rap is.
All right, here we go. Skino, welcome back to Vlad TV.
What's up, man? What's up, man?
We're back.
Yeah, man.
We're back.
Y'all
Despite what the haters say.
Despite what the haters say. I'm a regular on Vlad now, so
Yeah.
I mean, y'all guys, just take it and suck it up, man. Just get over it.
That's right. That's right. Our newest regular guest.
You know what I mean?
So a lot going on right now.
A lot
but
going on right now.
What hits closest to home with you is what's happening with Jay-Z right now.
Yeah.
So basically, the lawyer Busby had a case of a 13-year-old who accused Diddy of, improper behavior, and the actual lawsuit was amended to include Diddy as well as Jay-Z this time around. And Jay-Z went crazy, wrote a big letter and everything else like that. And actually, the lawyer is now suing Jay-Z and Roc Nation.
I read it this morning.
This morning, yeah. Because he's claiming that Jay-Z tried to file a fake lawsuit against him using someone else's name and trying to bribe people to try to take him down and so forth. So it's getting personal.
I mean, I think you getting charged with it, it's a blemish on your image. Whether you did it or not. So I just think this is unfortunate because if I had to bet on it, I would say he didn't do it. Because I just don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe he did not like that. But of course, anything's possible. But for somebody to just be able to accuse you of something 24 years later and people talk, it's crazy to me. I mean, anybody could come just mess up your image. And I know he takes his image personal. That's his whole thing. His image is everything. That's why he responded so fast. But you hanging with Puff Daddy all the time. Of course, it's like guilty by association type thing. Right,
but his lawyer is saying that he has no real friendship or connection to Diddy.
That we all know that's bullshit right there.
Okay. Have you ever seen the two of them hang out?
No, but I see them all together on every type of TV, every type. Stuff like that. Of course, they might not consider each other the best friends, but they had the brunch together.
Yeah. Roc Nation brunch. Diddy shows up.
That's why sometimes you gotta just say you didn't do it. Don't say y'all not friends. Just say you ain't do it. Because most people don't believe you did it. Most people don't, because it feel like the girl's lying.
Yeah, they went through all the details because she actually did an interview with I think ABC, and she claims that her father picked her up afterwards and they rode in silence. It was really uncomfortable, and the father was like, "Well, that was 5 hours from my house, so I would have remembered that. I don't remember picking her up." You're talking about 5 hours each way. Yeah. The dad said he doesn't remember. And she's like, "Oh, he was going through a lot back then. We argue a lot over that. He just doesn't remember."
She's lying. Because my thing is this. If you're a 13-year-old girl and you have sex with a millionaire rapper, 2 rappers, you're going to tell everybody. And if you feel like they raped you, you're going straight to the police. Yeah. From the rip. I just don't, that's why I didn't believe it. I just feel like, but of course, the way this world's so backwards and upside down now, I can't say nothing for sure. I don't know. But I don't even think if she wasn't even around them and don't have proof that she was around them, I don't even understand how they can make a lawsuit with that.
There's no proof, period. In fact, she said that the guys, the brothers from Good Charlotte were there when it happened, and they actually responded and said that they were actually on tour during that day.
So
they weren't even there.
She's lying
There's
all the way
nothing
around.
to corroborate anything. There's no people, there's no pictures, there's no video, there's no police report. It's just her saying, and she's even said, "Oh yeah, well, I think I got some of the details wrong, but I still stand by what I'm saying. Jay-Z and Diddy raped me when I was 13.
I think there's somebody, whoever the powers that be that's trying to get Puff Daddy and Jay-Z, they must know Jay-Z like young people and try to put that in, as a way to get him. Because they got a track record for messing with young people, whatever, that's what allegedly. So they probably just try to use that to blemish his image and take him down. But I think Jay-Z too savvy for that.
I think he was too connected and too savvy to go down like that. He might go down some other type of way, but I don't think nothing like that could bring Hov down. Like.
But back to Wayne and Jay-Z. What's next in this messy saga? If Wayne decides to release the receipts he's been holding onto, it could be game over for Jay-Z. The lawsuits and allegations already swirling around him are damaging enough, but add Wayne's claims into the mix and Jay-Z's empire could crumble.
All right. Yeah. Jay-Z has been in the news for the wrong reasons. So there was a lawsuit by Tony Busby that was filed about a...
Who's Tony Busby?
He's the lawyer that's representing like over 100 alleged victims.
Oh, that's the guy from
Diddy.
Houston, yeah.
Right, the white dude.
Yeah.
And there was a sexual assault lawsuit against Diddy that claimed that a 13-year-old was raped by him back in 2000. Mm-hmm. The complaint was amended to include Jay-Z. So
Right.
saying that Jay-Z and Diddy both participated in this horrific act.
Right.
And Jay-Z flipped out.
Of course.
Made a whole big statement saying you're not going to get...
Brooklyn going to flip out.
Yeah. Called him a 1-800 lawyer, said you're not getting one red cent, et cetera, et cetera. And they kind of went back and forth a little bit. He was, the lawyer said, oh, we didn't ask for any money. We just wanted mediation. Well, in a civil lawsuit, mediation is asking for money.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the mediation.
Definitely.
You sit down and you say, I want 100 million. And then they either counter with another number or they say we're not paying anything. But if you're not planning on paying anything, there's no point of a mediation.
Right.
So him saying, and that's that lawyer talk where they try to, oh, we didn't ask for anything. No, you're asking for money. That's the whole point. There's no other point of the civil lawsuit. So people are wondering whether Jay-Z's actually going to sue him. What do you think?
I think Jay would probably sue him. Rock Nation, yeah, they'd probably sue him. It's like a defamation of character.
Yeah.
It's just crazy because everything was on Diddy and now it's going to other people. So I'm not saying it's true or false or nothing, but it's just the way it came out, like, it felt like, I said a money grab definitely on TMZ. I said that.
Right, you and Uncle Murder.
Yeah,
got caught up at the
TMZ
airport.
always catch you off guard. You come off the plane from New York, you're tired. They always catch you off guard. Shout out to TMZ, my boy from TMZ. But I felt like it was a money grab. I ain't gonna lie, because it was just like everything was on Diddy, and now everything's like on Jay. But who am I to judge? Like, I'm not in a tax bracket. Listen, I just seen everything on Diddy, and then now it's going on Jay. So people would insinuate in the streets that a nigga telling. Let's just keep it real.
Oh, they think that Diddy's telling on Jay-Z to get the heat off him.
Come on, nigga. That's what
I don't think Diddy has anything to do with this lawyer. This lawyer's suing him with 100 clients.
I'm just saying, in the streets would look at it like, yo, this nigga's telling. If this nigga, that's like, because now Jay is saying, yo, this not my man, which is kind of weird.
Right. They're saying they don't have a close
you see him at mad parties together, but that's that Brooklyn shit. Murder's like that sometimes too. That's my guy. But shout to the whole Brooklyn. Brooklyn bullshit, we be on it. But
Brooklyn's on that like that.
Nah, but when you look at it.
I know him, but not like that.
Nah, Vlad, when you really.
We cool, but not like that.
When you look at it, right? Really think about it. Did he only go to them, to what's that? He have his brunch, he be having, right?
The Rock Nation brunch.
Did he go to that? You see Diddy go to that?
Yeah.
And Jay, and then Diddy will have an all-white party and Jay go to that.
Jay goes to that.
So it's like the same parties they go to. So I guess he feel like nigga's not his man. I don't know. I don't care about the industry. That's the thing about me. Trust me, nothing bothers me. Nothing bothers me at all. I promise you that. So for me, it's like, I guess that's not his man. Because that was...
For now, Wayne seems content to let the world stew in anticipation. He's dropping hints and teasers, keeping everyone on the edge of their seats. It's a classic power move, and it's only adding to the drama. Fans are divided, with some applauding Wayne for speaking his truth, and others accusing him of stirring the pot for clout.
It is a new hour here on Live Now from Fox, and we do have some breaking news that we want to bring to you. It was being reported by TMZ and now Fox News. We are learning that Jay-Z is accused of raping a 13-year-old girl. That is new in the Diddy lawsuit, and the new allegations are just coming out this evening. Jay-Z is being accused of raping a minor along with Diddy at a MTV VMAs after party back in 2000, according to documents obtained by Fox News Digital tonight. The lawsuit, which was initially filed back in October, was refiled tonight in New York by an anonymous accuser claiming Jay-Z, whose full name is Sean Carter, raped her while Combs and Celebrity B watched. So that other celebrity was not named. Initially, the lawsuit stated Combs raped the minor while Celebrity A and Celebrity B watched. Carter was named as Celebrity A in the refiled lawsuit. Representatives for Jay-Z did not immediately respond to Fox News Digital request for comment. Combs and Carter allegedly, quote, took turns assaulting the minor, according to the lawsuit. Many others were present at the after party, but did nothing to stop the assault, it alleges. The 13-year-old girl was dropped off at Radio City Music Hall by a friend as she wanted to attend the MTV Video Music Awards back in 2000, according to the lawsuit. In an attempt to gain entry to the venue, she began approaching limousine drivers waiting outside the celebrity-filled event. One of the limousine drivers she spoke to claimed to work for Diddy, the lawsuit read. He told her that Combs liked younger girls and said that, quote, she fit what Diddy was looking for, not allowing her into the awards, but inviting her to an after party. The 13-year-old, quote, recognized many celebrities upon arrival at the party and was required to sign a non-disclosure agreement. However, she was not given a copy. Combs, who would have been 30 years old at the time, then allegedly attempted to force the girl to perform oral sex on him. He stopped after she hit him in the neck, according to the lawsuit here. So now Jay-Z being accused in this now 24 years ago, raping a 13-year-old alongside Diddy at an after party here. So these are the newest allegations rocking the music world this evening, and we wanted to bring that to your attention all right here on Live Now from Fox. Of course, we will continue to follow this major story as the Diddy saga continues, and now more celebrities getting caught up in it here. These new allegations rocking Hollywood and the music industry as we speak right now.
So, what do you think? Is Lil Wayne justified in calling out Jay-Z? Or is this just another chapter in their never-ending feud? Is Wayne really holding the explosive receipts he claims to have? Or is this all just a publicity stunt? One thing's for sure, this drama is far from over.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and stay informed. Stay tuned for more updates, and let's keep our news accurate.